I have never heard a separate name for the Inaccessible Pinnacle itself. It's regarded as part of the Sgùrr Dearg. Now, the native pronunciation is Sgùrr Dearg, the being the. There is a glide A or sound put between Sgùrr and Dearg. That's very common in Gaelic. Sgùrr Dearg, the Red Peak.
Well, for those serious about completing the Munros, the mecca for climbers is Skye. That is, of course, the romantic isle off the northwest coast of Scotland and not the satellite television channel favoured by those with Rottweilers. There's 12 fantastic Munros here in the Coolin Hills, and they're quite unlike anything you'll find in mainland Scotland, almost alpine in appearance. And today we're going to climb one of the most famous peaks in Skye. It's the only Munro, incidentally, for which you require the services of a companion with rock climbing experience, which we boast in our man with the beard Ross, and a good sturdy rope. The dauntingly titled Inaccessible Pinnacle. I don't want to go up it. Don't make me. Of course, the downside of Skye being so popular is that thousands of eager boots have eroded a path that Concorde could land on. But it does show enormous fortitude from climbers and walkers that they still frequent the Coolin, since Skye is more often than not obscured under appalling weather. There's a big hard pull to get up onto the ridge, but then isn't there always? However, the lack of vegetation to bog you down and trip you up makes the going a little easier on the legs, and the views across Corrie Lagan will certainly keep you going. It's a straightforward route, it's just a slog up onto the ridge, but there is some scrambling, so take care. The scree slope you see here on the other side of the corrie is amazingly the only easy way up Sgùrr Dearg. Oh yes, very easy, I don't think. It's called the Great Stone Chute, and it used to be a firm favourite with scree runners, but alas no longer, because years of use have knocked all the smaller stones down to the bottom. Up here on the ridge is where your nerve may start to desert you. The Coolin can sometimes look a little dark and satanic, and for those used to the heather-clad peaks of the mainland, the jutting teeth of rock that protrude from every angle of the ridge might just prove too much. But keep your head, it's worth it. Well, if you want to complete the Munro that is Sgùrr Dearg, then I'm afraid this is what you're going to have to climb, the Inaccessible Pinnacle, the In-Pin. I am not a rock climber, so I have to get Ross, who's a rock climber, to help me up here. You can't even think of doing this peak unless you have somebody like Ross with you. How do we do it? How do we physically do it?
Well, basically we just climb up there, and I go up first. When the rope comes tight, I'll shout down, and you just come up.
And what, I clip the rope onto me?
I'll tie you onto the rope from here, and you'll see the rope going up, and when it goes tight and I shout, you just simply climb up after me.
Simply climb up. It's easy to you, but I'm terrified of heights. I've never rock climbed before. This will be my first experience of it.
Just remember, you can't go anywhere even if you do fall.
And what'll happen? I'll just sort of
You'll just
dangle.
Go for a dangle. You've gone all quiet.
What's that?
You've gone all quiet.
I've gone very quiet. That's because I'm not feeling too great about this.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Just no more. Just keep going or I'm gonna bottle out. Just go. It's all very well that I'll be safely on a rope if I fall, but if Ross falls on his way up now, there's nothing to stop him becoming an omelette in a cagoule. However, in rock climbing terms, this is graded as difficult, which actually means it's considered to be very easy. What strange people rock climbers are. So while this is agony for me, I don't hear our man in the beard whimpering. Now you might wonder, as I did, why I'm being dragged up the hard, steep side when the more obvious and easier route up is on the long fin you can see here. Well, the reason is that being roped up, which you must be even for the scramble up the long side, means that a slip will see you swinging like a pendulum instead of falling just a few feet and dangling. The other horror of the easier side is the incredible exposure that those with no head for heights may well find terrifying. What's that? Yes, I'm trying to move left. I'm trying to find these footholds you're telling me about.
Jump high.
God, I'm panicking already.
It's alright, just keep moving.
Okay, but
Just keep moving to that left.
the biggest fear for a non-rock climber like myself is the fear of freezing and getting stuck. This is something that experienced people like Ross can never understand. To him, this is a doddle. What? But even though I know it's technically impossible for me to plummet into the glen, held secure as I am by Ross's rope, the irrational fear of falling is constant and uncomfortable. Loosen the rope a bit.
Cracked it. This is slabby bit you're worried so much about.
You made it.
Come on, see, get up.
Oh, I made it. On busy days you can queue to do the in-pin, and the thought of having to go through all this in front of an impatient crowd fills me with an even bigger dread. Well, let's be thankful for small mercies. It was just the film crew.